Assalamu alaikum. This is a statement that is written by the awaited Imam Mahdi, Nasser Mohammad Al-Yamani, that he wrote on the 14th of October 2021, titled, "To non-Arabs and Arabs, the planet of torment has approached." In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, and the all-forgiving of whoever repents and turns back to Him, the one who revealed the book and who shall defeat evil forces with the planet of torment, those who are turning away from the great Quran, Allah's unified message for people altogether that is preserved from alteration and fabrication till the day of judgment, Allah's far-reaching argument against Arabs and non-Arabs. O non-Arabs and Arabs, certainly the planet of torment is just around the corner, so where would you escape? And the evidence upon its approaching in the news of the Great Quran is that coronavirus shall invade the world from where they do not know its animalistic origin, since it has not come from animals, but a strain of somewhat like a gnat which you do not encompass knowledge about, a challenge from Lord of the Words, so that you may know that you encompass not a thing of His knowledge except for what He wills. Exalted is He, and it is of the lesser torment. Moreover, there is a wisdom behind this virus, which is to initially stop the world's wheel of life, including their factories for many months. Then Allah raises the bar of the climatic war, causing floods, fragments of sky mountains loaded with lethal hail, tsunamis, and fiery hurricanes to burn forests. Also, volcanoes, earthquakes, and all kinds of Allah's climatic war of the lesser torment, short of the greater torment that perhaps you may return to Allah. And I have explained this in detail a long time ago before their occurrence, so let's not repeat it. Perhaps the questioner would like to say, yes, coronavirus has come by the end of 2019 and the whole world has been quarantined at the beginning of 2020, and we said it's a blessing in disguise, thinking that coronavirus has solved the issue of global warming, which the Paris Climate Agreement Conference could not find a solution for, since it has suspended the work of factories, vehicular traffic, trains, planes, and vessels. We were also sure it will reduce climate disasters due to the reduction of carbon dioxide exhausts, thinking that coronavirus should solve the problem which the Paris Climate Agreement could not. While it used to call for reducing 50% of these exhausts, however, it was not applied because countries were afraid on their economy to be hit hard, but Corona came and stopped the carbonic emissions by 100% for many months. And we thought that climate disasters shall be reduced, but we were shocked as the complete opposite happened. Instead of reducing the climate disasters, the intensity of climatic war causing floods and hurricanes has increased all around the world like never before. So coronavirus has destroyed the global warming theory since the Paris Climate Agreement was not applied. Given that they have agreed upon reducing 50% of factories' exhausts, but coronavirus has reduced them by 100% for many months due to the quarantine and mass lockdown. On the other hand, the intensity of climatic disasters unprecedentedly increased since 2020 till now. Hence, the global warming theory has failed. O Nasser Mohammad Al-Yamani, your statements about different matters are verified on actual reality, and those who follow them know this, as you have been denying and disbelieving in the global warming theory for more than 16 years, and said that the planet of fire, Saqar, is approaching the earth and affecting it from a distant place, and you have written many statements concerning this matter. But we still have not believed you, and we believe the global warming theory that then has failed. So could you extract from the Great Quran what proves that virus corona was sent by Allah to verify your fatwa to demolish the global warming theory, as it will force us to stop our factories and wheel of carbonic life for many months? Then it raises the intensity of the unprecedented climate war to destroy the global warming theory. Then I reply to the questioners and say, you shall find the news in the word of Allah the Exalted, But those who deny our signs, we will progressively lead them from where they do not know. And I will give them time. Indeed, my plan is firm. Then do they not give thought? There is in their companion a madness. He is not but a clear warner. Do they not look into the realm of the heavens and the earth and everything that Allah has created and think that perhaps their appointed time has come near? So in what statement hereafter will they believe? Whomsoever Allah sends astray, none can guide him, and He lets them wander blindly in their transgressions. Chapter 7, verses 182 to 186. And until now, you were not able to know from where did Allah invade you with coronavirus. And it has accomplished its mission and has stopped your factories, cars, planes, and vessels for many months that perhaps the exhausts in the atmosphere are reduced. But Allah has raised the intensity of His climatic war, so you know that the global warming theory is untrue. Then you look at the solar system where you will find them abnormal, including the sun, because it has been confused with the coming of something invisible, which is going to affect everything created by Allah in the solar system. And the solar system is incapable of resisting the planet of the greatest catastrophe. That is planet Thaqar, the so-called Nibiru. And the time of your evil doom will approach, the night when the planet passes on the sky of the earth. So is there anyone who will be mindful and reflect upon the news in the book of Allah, the Great Quran? In line with the word of Allah, the Exalted, but those who deny our signs, we will progressively lead them to destruction from where they do not know. And I will give them time. Indeed, my plan is firm. Then do they not give thought? There is in their companion no madness. He is not but a clear warner. Do they not look into the realm of the heavens and the earth and everything that Allah has created, and think that perhaps their appointed time has come near? So in what statement hereafter will they believe? Whomsoever Allah sends astray, none can guide him, and He lets them wander blindly in their transgressions. Chapter 7, verses 182 to 186. And in line with the word of Allah of the Exalted, do they not look into the realm of the heavens and the earth and everything that Allah has created, and think that perhaps their appointed time has come near? So in what statement hereafter will they believe? Chapter 7, verses 185. This is the conclusive evidence that planet Thaqar, the so-called Nibiru, is truly approaching, and due to its approach, your appointed time will be on the day when it passes on your sky. And the evidence in its approaching is when you find it affecting all the planets, moons, meteors, axis, and movements of the solar system and its celestial angles. As its effect in the news of the inclusive reminder, Quran, shall reach all of Allah's creation in the solar system. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, do they not look into the realm of the heavens and the earth and everything that Allah has created, and think that perhaps their appointed time has come near? So in what statement hereafter will they believe? Furthermore, the mass lookout in the world due to Corona has made the major countries know that the global warming did not happen because of factories, but because of another reason which they hide from the world. And I know that they are guessing blindly that there is a planet approaching the earth, even though they have not seen it directly due to its different colors. To illustrate, white like the sun, red and black, so how are they going to see a planet that is covered with fire that is darker than a new moon? Can you see a new moon despite its closeness to the earth? It is the same case for planet Thaqar when it is covered with intense black fire. But they will know about its coming from scientific theories through its effect on all the planets of the solar system, the sun, and the moon. And the sun has caught up with the moon due to the approach of planet Saqar. So the full moon occurs ahead of its time, before the night of the middle of the lunar month, as a repetitive warning in the sky of humans, but did not cause them any remembrance. Moreover, consecutive climatic disasters are going to befall you, and I do not think that it will cause you any remembrance, as those fools who do not reason, think, nor believe, but what NASA announced, ignoring what Allah's Caliph Al-Mahdi, Nasser Mohammad Al-Yamani has stated of news that are the truest words of Allah, Lord of the worlds. But NASA and others hide this truth from the worlds, and NASA, the so-called protector of planet Earth from the dangers of the meteors of planetoid, will not benefit you. And I swear by Allah, they could not protect themselves from the planetoid of the first Rajifa. Indeed, Allah will target with the planetoid of Torment the United States of America, and they would not be able to protect themselves, and it will strike in the speed of light in the land behind the Atlantic Ocean in the USA. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, and our command is but one, like a glance of the eye, and we have already destroyed your kinds. So is there any who will remember? Chapter 54, verses 50 to 51. And Al-Radifa shall strike in a different place. As for planet Saqar, its coming is inevitable, and it is not going to hit the earth, but will pass in its sky, blocking it from those in darkness or light. Also, I know with knowledge of certainty the worth of its Arctic year, second, minute, and month. To explain, the Arctic year of planet Saqar is 6,000 years. And I will clarify to you the worth of its second, minute, hour, day, month, and year, as the second of planet Saqar should be multiplied by 60 to give us the result of a calculation according to the worth of Allah's day in the book. To calculate the date of the greatest torment as follows. Its seconds, 60 multiplied 6,000 equals 360,000 seconds. Its minutes, 60 multiplied 6,000 equals 360,000 minutes. Its hour, 60 multiplied 6,000 equals 360,000 hours. Its month, 60 multiplied 6,000 equals 360,000 months. Its year is 60 multiplied 6,000 equals 360,000 years. An accurate electronic calculation in the Quran, in line with the word of Allah the Exalted, and they urge you to hasten the punishment. And if not for the decree of a specified term, punishment would have reached them. But it will surely come to them suddenly while they perceive not. They urge you to hasten the punishment, and indeed hell will be encompassing of the disbelievers. Chapter 29, verses 53 to 54. Also in line with the word of Allah the Exalted, and they urge you to hasten the punishment, but Allah will never fail in His promise. And indeed a day of your Lord is like 1,000 years of those which you count. Chapter 22, verse 47. And this happens during the last days of the Eon, according to Allah's days. As for the years of the Eon, according to the year of a day of Allah in the book, are 50,000 years. Given that one of Allah is worth 1,000 years of those which you count. So 1 year will definitely worth 306,000 of those which you count. And since the eons year in the book are 50,000, they are worth 18 billion years of those which you count. Then I divide them as follows. 18 billion divided 360,000 equals 50,000 years. Of Allah's years in the book, since the beginning of the date of the eon and month on Friday, which is the night of Saturday. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, a supplicant asks for a punishment bound to happen. upon the disbelievers which none can avert. From Allah, the Lord of the ways of ascent. The angels and the Ruh ascend to him in a day, the measure of whereof is 50,000 years. So be patient with gracious patience. Lo, they behold it afar off, while we behold it near, on a day when the heavens will be like molten brass, and the hills become as flakes of wool. And no familiar friend will ask a questioner of his friend. Chapter 70, verses 1 to 10. O righteous forerunner supporters, do not wait until the statement is proofread by those in charge from the grammatical side, but instantly publish it through every possible global means on the internet and deliver it to all the Arab and non-Arab channels and the global news websites, and make it a trend for 3 days. Then publish it intensively on different news sites, Facebook, YouTube, and others. The day of judgment that is not to be taken for amusement has approached, and despite detailing the calculations of the movement of the planet of torment, it will not come to you except suddenly, as you do not know how much is left of its time, but it is coming is this age of ours. If I told you about the time of its passing according to your date, those who do not use reason nor think would postpone their pledge of allegiance to follow the caller to the truth from their Lord until their hearts are in comfort with the reign of the fire of planet Saqar. So it destroys them, as some people are like ununderstanding cows. On the other hand, those who possess understanding minds shall say, O Allah, if this should be the truth from you, then guide us to follow him before planet Saqar arrives, and before we are humiliated and disgraced with the painful torment. But those who have been guided, it will fortify their faith and rejoice that they are following their Lord's guidance. Peace be upon the messengers, and praise to Allah, Lord of the words, Allah's Caliph on the words, Imam Mahdi, Nasser Muhammad Al-Yamani. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.